All right. Here we go. One of our favorite times of the week, at least for me. Coming together in this live broadcast, this transmission of spirit, as we come together, brothers and sisters of light, of Holy Christos, all you avatars, angels, archangels, angelic humans, extraterrestrials, hybrid aliens. So this is something that we do on Tuesdays and Saturdays, Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I thank all of you for coming in to this discussion that we're going to have, Machiwa Holy Ones, as we lift off. Looks like we have we have our people coming in. We have lights, we have sound, and looks like we're ready. So this is a unique perspective, you guys. This is coming from the innerchristos point of view, also called the law of one, not the raw material. This is the innerchristos law of one. There's a difference. And also, it's also just called the Emerald Order teachings, which are aliens, extraterrestrials, metaterrestrials, even something called ultra-terrestrials. And we'll break that down because that's part of tonight's topic, yes? And so people are going to dismiss some of this because I look like a hippie. So they think it's not like a science thing or something. First of all, science doesn't acknowledge UFOs and aliens, right? That is part of the forbidden talk, the hidden history. Because if they started acknowledging and talking about aliens, well, then that would bring up all these other topics they don't want to come out. Okay, they don't want you to know. The aliens themselves, or at least the negative ones, because we'll talk about some of those too. But we're also talking about the guardian ones, by the way. So it is some of the negative ones, though, that don't want to be talked about because they're infiltrating us. They're in the process of it. It is an ancient thing. It has been going on for a long, long time. So this is not from yesterday. We talk about Atlantis, our ancient forbidden history, because they say it doesn't exist. The scientists, the historians, they keep that covered up. They don't want you to know about the ETs who were there in those days. Maybe we're starting to see UFOs starting. Man, they've been starting a long, long time ago. It's not a new thing. And they're called unidentified flying objects. But they are identified. I mean, even in the ancient Vedas of Hinduism, they talk about UFOs, man. They talk about star beings, aliens, extraterrestrials. These teachings, the Emerald Order teachings, talk about alien extraterrestrials. Some people are uncomfortable with that. They don't want to have a dialogue or a discussion about that. But here we are. Some of you are, you would say, having some type of experience. That's where the star seeds come in. The indigo children, which are hybrid humans. That means they're part human, part alien. And so, but they're on a peaceful, positive agendas, but then there's a whole bunch of negative agendas. Human beings, our history, our planet is being influenced by extraterrestrials. And one thing we notice about ETs is that they're more evolved and advanced in technology and consciousness. Doesn't mean they're more advanced in spirituality. Okay, it just means that they are in another dimension and they get to our dimension, the third dimension, from stargates, not from FLT, faster than light travel. FTL, I mean. They're actually using portals and gates, stargates, which are talked about in detail as a Merkaba star, star tetrahedron, a pyramid pointing down, a pyramid pointing up, spinning in a certain direction and speed ratio. And so this is a gateway, a doorway to these other alien worlds. So let me say hello to everyone in chat. Coming on in. And if you guys have a question tonight, please tag me, Christos Avatar, in your message. And then it will become highlighted. We got Kevin. Let's go. What's up, Holy One? Good to have you again. Lisa, Greg, welcome to you. Danny, brother. UTD, welcome, Holy One. Jose Ra, unless I said it wrong. Jose, right? Ashun Kemi. Yay, I finally caught your live. Yes, you did. And some of you find yourselves here. How did I get here? Spirit brought you here. Okay, this is about ETs, but it's also a spiritual message about the ETs. The, you would say, perspective. Okay, so, and we talk about it from a multidimensional point of view. What scientists also don't acknowledge, most scientists, quantum physics is breaking into those fields. Isn't it interesting how everything comes back to God? Even science will find the soul eventually, Machua, because it is broken down as a spiritual science. God is tangible. Extraterrestrials, aliens, angels, archangels, all of these beings in consciousness are tangible. They're explainable through spiritual science. Machua. Indigo Jamie, thank you for being a member. Holy One. We have Nevin Nose in the house. Greetings. Kaiba Starseed, another light worker in the house. Hola, light workers. Fogmello, Machiwa to you. Higher Dimensions, greetings from Idaho. Welcome, Idaho. We have Shirley Pedroso. Much love, welcome, and love and light 444 in the house. Thank you, Sarah. Greetings, Sarah. Thank you for being here and watching. Help to watch our back from trolls. Thank you for being here, Holy One. And we also have Liz Angel in the house. Lots of love from Brazil. We have peeps all over the house. What's up? We have Titchy Tan. Love and light from the UK, no less. Yeah, you guys, we got an active crew today. Lazriel, Yo, Nicholas M, Omni-terrestrials. The Guardians don't call them Omni-terrestrials, though. There's 3 classifications. Well, if you count terrestrial as one, extraterrestrial, metaterrestrial, and ultra-terrestrial. So we have different levels of the hologram, and the levels, you can call them God worlds outside of the hologram. The ETs are in dimensions 1 through 12. You know, most people only acknowledge the 3rd dimension. Okay, but there's the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, 5D, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12 dimensions, and more. The other 3, 13, 14, and 15, is where the ultra-terrestrials exist, outside of polarization. So that's why we call them the Guardians. They're not distorted. They're not negative. They're all following the sacred universal law of one. I got a cough here. Let me also light my incense. So omni-terrestrials is not really a thing, but there are beings like Creator or who are present everywhere. Let me correct myself. Technically, because of the sacred law of one, we're all part of God. We're all omnipresent. Machiwa. Okay, so we lit our charcoal disc, and it always, do our spiritual hygiene, which has to do with cleansing and purifying the space and also protection. This is something that light workers do. Not everyone sages themselves, right? So I'm glad that we have 5 moderators. At least we have Sarah in the house. And that's okay. Not everyone's has to come. The moderators don't have to come. But we're grateful for Sarah today. Giggle Maker. Making jokes, I see, Giggle Maker. I'm not going to burn my house down. This is perfectly safe. If it falls over, I can take care of it right away. Well, Giggle Maker is always... You didn't have to... Yeah. Anyways. Cynthia Wingfield. We are one. You said a holy one. Nicola or Indigo Wizard in the house. What's up, Holy One? And yes, Nicholas, thank you, Holy One, for supporting this work. Bless you for that exchange of energy. Much respect to you. Thank you. King Master Lord. So if we were feeling multiple layers of energy field, would that look like an onion or tulip? It's more like egg-shaped. Like, let me show you what the Guardians share about that. Okay, let me bring that up on Photoshop, or maybe it's going to be PDF, whichever one. Let me bring that up for you and for everybody. This would be under some of the files I shared with the membership area. Okay, hopefully I have a colored version because there's a black and white version. I see the black and white version. It's fine, it's adequate. I would prefer the colored version. I just don't have it. It might take me a while to find it. So let's just bring it up. Yeah, I would prefer the colored version. So let me bring up Photoshop. It's oval shape. You see the oval shape? Okay, so these are all different levels of yourself. And it's hard to see, but let's zoom in. Sacral chakra near the butt. The second chakra is near the groin. The third one is near the solar plexus area under your ribcage. The heart chakra is obviously in your chest. The throat chakra, your throat. The third eye in the middle of your forehead. We also have chakra above your head. Three of them, but the 10th one is the one that's 6 inches above your head. Then there's the one that's a foot and a half above your head. This was just meant used to. They had to fit that in here, but there's actually it's only 6 inches above your head, and then a foot and a half, and then 3 feet above your head. And then there's, don't forget the one below your feet, 6 inches below your feet, and there's one that's, yeah, this is low res. You can see it's blurry and stuff. But I'm doing the best I can to answer your question. And so you have one in the middle of the planet, and that one that's in outer space. So they're more oval shaped. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And these are in the teachings, you guys. You can find those in mostly when it comes to the spiritual science part. You would want to be looking up Cathara, okay, which is a workshop, a video series, and also it has a PDF which you can download to your device to study this information. So, and they share diagrams, and I make my own diagrams too. But a lot of the stuff like the chakras and the huva bodies, the auric fields are shown in Cathara. Good question. Nevin, I would love to get more involved in this community and learn more. It is also so fascinating to me and love showing your vids to my friends to explain the Starseed experience. Thank you, brother. And I notice you're not a member. That's one of the ways that you can be more involved in the community, because that's where we meet afterwards. I mean, this is where we meet outside the lives, in the members area, or you can start your own Instagram channel and invite other people. Otherwise, we're here every Tuesday and Saturday. So while you're here, we thank you for holding space with us. You guys, the membership area is linked below. It's only $5 or whatever you feel called, $10, 20, whatever. And that's where when you become a member, you have access to our Discord chat server, and that's where we have our community. We have all these different rooms. We have general chat, but you also can do video chat with each other. You can ask questions, get answers, share info. What's up? Thank you guys for being here in tonight's topic. And let me refresh the screen. Lay down some incense and let's get it going on. Got some frankincense, got some benzoin. This is better than just stick incense. You don't want to use stick incense. It's pollution. It's cancerous. The stuff they put in stick incense is cancerous, worse than cigarettes. But they put it in temples and stuff. So we have the terrestrial world, okay, which is round, which is debated in New Age. No, it's flat. No, it's round. No, it's flat. You know, there's opinions based on that, I guess. So for your spiritual hygiene and for protecting and cleansing your space, get it all 360. Stand over it if you can. Machiwa. Now, I will be showing the PDF as well, you guys, so we can show some of the explanations or see what the actual Guardians talk about. Now, I have people ask before Guardians, even though we talk about them all the time, you know, you'll get these ridiculous comments and some you know, just negative feedback on it. The Guardians are real beings. Many people in many different belief systems and spirituality have accessed and connected and have some experience with these beings. Any type of some people call them spirit guides, angels, aliens. Tonight's topic, okay? One of the communications from advanced species is telepathic, or people are doing channeling in the New Age movement. People are seeing these other worlds. And as a matter of fact, people are learned remote viewing or astral traveling or have had an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience, and they have literally perceived these other worlds and other beings. So it's not an opinion, even though science doesn't acknowledge it because they can't. Science doesn't acknowledge something it doesn't have proof, some type of mathematical proof or some type of evidence, physical evidence. Hello, that's where UFOs come in. There's been crash landings. There's been retrieved artifacts. We have videos all over the world, not just from one place. All over the world, there's videos of UFOs. You could say some of those are fake, but you're going to tell me all of them are fake, right? It's the same thing with aliens. There's going to be fake footage and there's going to be real bodies. You know, some people have leaked information. Some proof has gotten out. It will be covered up or demonized. You see, there's the powers that be that are keeping it a secret. They want it to be a secret, and they will deny it. There's going to be exceptions to that. Some people will, you call them whistleblowers. Some people are coming out of the government, coming out of these secret underground bases, talking about the underground bases, talking about the underwater bases. And we're not just limiting tonight's topic about the ones who have visited Earth. Okay, a lot of these 12 alien races, there's a lot more, you guys. We're going to cover over 20 or 30 different races. But I had to put some number, so I put 12. So let's look at some of the races, alien species that are mentioned in the Voyagers 1 books and Voyagers 2, which are coming from the Emerald Order teachings. Okay? And we talk about the book, but we actually talk about sharing the PDF of this book. So you can just look at it anytime you want. You don't need the physical book, which if you look, it's originally that amount of money. But since this is out of print, it is now hundreds of dollars. Do you want to pay hundreds of dollars? Well, download the PDF then instead for free. This is limited. You can't. You got to take it with you, or you got to, bookmark it and read it when you can. But the PDF is much more convenient for that. You can't do searches on a physical book. Control F, find something within seconds. Machiwa. So let's open that up real quick. I will actually open both Voyager's books. Let me see. File, open, Voyager's 1, Voyager's 2. And also my diagram to help explain some of this. So thank you for your patience. Let me pull that up. Yeah, it's not here, so I got to open it. Just takes a couple seconds. Okay, I got some weird crap going on. A bunch of what? Reconnecting. So let me make sure it connects. Reconnection successful. Okay. So everything started at the top of the time matrix. Okay, the Guardians call this a hologram of matter, the 15-dimensional time matrix. That means there's 15 realities that these alien extraterrestrials are coming from. They're actually coming through 1 through 12. 13, 14, and 15 are the metaterrestrials. So those aren't the ones visiting you. It's the extraterrestrials visiting you. And so you can't connect to the holy Elohai, Seraphim, Raharama through your innerchristos. But the aliens are going to be coming and visiting. Well, they can be also accessed through consciousness, but also you'll see them in the 3D world. A UFO, for example. Okay, so, but we want to talk about where they all came from. They all came from the top and then were distributed downwards. You would say, just like there's like the higher levels in the 10 through 12, those are called avatars. And these are all the races who create other races. Okay? These races create other races. Now, everything down below, they're going to be the children of these races. So let's go look at that. We're going to first talk about the Elohai alien races. Okay? And then the Seraphite alien races, because all alien races came from these metaterrestrials, groups, collectives. These are collectives who themselves come from the ascended master levels, the cosmic level. Okay, so this is all broken down in these teachings. You'll learn about the levels of our hologram, density matter, dimensions, and what's outside of that, the other God worlds in the cosmic fields. Okay, so let's open the PDF and talk about these races, which are the ones called Guardians. Guardians are outside of negativity. They're outside of distortion. They're outside of polarity. Okay, they're omnipolar. Okay, they're not in the distortions that we get down here. So let's find out those right now. Voyager's 1. Okay, so let me see. I know if you looked up on Uhazi, it should come up. The blue flame groups. Let me go down to the part I'm looking for. I should have chose a different race, but right now I'm in the middle of what? Oh, I didn't mean to start with Voyager's 2. That was my bad. No wonder it wasn't coming up. You have to spell it right, actually. Okay. Okay, I just skipped it. Now, they don't call them, I mean, they call them metaterrestrials, but they also call them Brenua. And so these are eternal, you guys. They don't die and go through the aging process. They were projected by the Janus, which is an Anuhazi word for ascended master. So these beings, the metaterrestrials that we're about to talk about, were projected, how I explained just a while ago, from the cosmic fields, from the ascended master levels. That's what the dimensions 13, 14, and 15 I just showed you on the and those are called, well, they're called Brenua, or they're called Rishi, or Solar Rishi, or metaterrestrials. This is beyond the extraterrestrial level. And they're called the three founders races. You can use the word collectives if you instead of races if you want. The three founders collectives of consciousness, also called the universal family of consciousness, the universal trinity. And the first one is the blue flame. That's what the Emerald Order is. That's who we keep talking about, the Emerald Order teachings, because it comes from the Holy Elohim first light manifestation. Because when you looked at here, it's the primal light fields. Primal light fields. That's where the Brenua, the Solar Rishi, are. And they're called Solar Rishi because they're like suns. They're hot plasma. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. They're hot plasma. Okay? They're not humanoid with arms and legs and eyes and mouths. These are sacred geometries that are conscious and alive. They're star beings, suns. And the blue ones are the ones that we're talking about. Whoa. I did not show that. Oh no, I'm showing it. Okay, never mind. I got confused for a second. So we have this Holy Elohai blue flame. And whoa, wow, what do you know? They created the Anuhazi. The feline, that means cat people. So the Anuhazi feline cat people is the first race that we're talking about tonight. Extraterrestrials, not from our level of reality, not from our dimension, not from our planet. A different version of our planet, but that's another discussion. Now, this was 950 billion years ago, when your Earth scientists are only, you would say, working on the density universe 1. They don't see timelines beyond the Earth system, which are repeating cycles of 26,556 year cycles. That's what is a time cycle. It's a planetary time. Okay, now it says reconnected successfully. I'm just waiting for the YouTube data to start. There we go. Excellent connection again. Sorry about that. So, am I on the PDF, right? I should be, Photoshop. Okay, so we'll go back to the PDF. And it all came out of Lyra's star system, including our planet Armentana. Now, obviously, there's three of these ultra-terrestrial, metaterrestrials. And so there's 3 planets, okay? And so it goes on to describe them a little bit, and then it talks about some of the other races that they created, particularly the blue flame. So after they talk about this Emerald Order evolution agreement, they start talking about the races that fell from that agreement. Okay, it was the Anu, which we talk a lot about, because it is the Anu, also called the Anu Elohim, okay, who are one of the first alien extraterrestrial races to fall. Okay, And so they're in D11. The guardians, Christos felines, are in D12. Well, these beings are in D11. And their planet is called Avion. Avion. And so this race that fell, they're the same race that created the Anunnaki. Okay? So these are fallen angels, and they created a fallen angel race. But we have a whole bunch of people worshiping them, right? And so these Anunnaki are what you call, this is the second race we're talking about. Well, Anu is the second race. This is the third race. Bipedal dolphin people. And they live on Sirius A. So let me just go back for a second. So we have these Holy Elohai blue flame, made of terrestrials. Okay? They're soul star beings. Literally, they're hot plasma. They are pure consciousness. And, you know, so it is these consciousness collectives, the blue flame ones, who created the Anuhazi feline cat people alien race on planet Armentana. And then we saw on planet Avion was the Anu race, who fell and became the Anu Elohim. So we have the positive guardian Anuhazi, and then the fallen angelic Anu Elohim, who themselves created a race. Because remember, all those density 4 beings can create other races. The Anunnaki, Jehovian Anunnaki, bipedal dolphin people. So there's other Anunnaki hybrid races that don't look like dolphin people, but these are the original ones. So let me go just check on chat real quick. Titchy Tan, maybe you're part of the Anunnaki then. Right? All of us have these different connections and backgrounds. We got Stardust Goddess in the house. Welcome, Star Sister. Good to have you. Cosmic Kev 2.0. Last night I connected with my higher self during a meditation. I finally saw the grid system to put in context. I am precognitive and clairvoyant. I could see alternative timelines and our current. Thank you for sharing, Holy One. Our current future. Awesome, man. And people are having these paranormal, supernatural experiences. They're not really supernatural. They're natural. But when you compare that to most human experiences, it would be supernatural. So now this is, you know, because of a Stargate opening cycle, we are having this, everyone on the planet is experiencing some symptoms of ascension symptoms. Even people not on a spiritual journey are having changes in their life. And this is not going to slow down, you guys. Okay, we're going to have this changes on our planet and drama unfold because of it. And it has to do with a lot of these aliens involved in our history and this current awakening. They don't want us to awaken. The negative ones don't. But of course, you got the families of starseeds and indigo children who do. They're trying to assist the awakening. And then just be mindful of, while there's people helping us, there's people trying to go against us. People as in ETs, races, species. So let me refresh the screen to see it. Put some copal, more copal, and some more frankincense. So, let me go back to the PDF then. So that was the gold flame, and that's who they created. 2 races, and the third race created their own race. So there's already, there's the Anuhazi, the Anu Elohim, and the Anunnaki. So let's go to the gold flame races, the gold flame Seraphite races, another meta-terrestrial collective. And they created the Ceres bird people. Okay, Cerez. Now, there's different kinds of cat people, there's different kinds of bird people. Well, we're talking about the first ones. And here's the first bird race. There is a beginning, you guys. And so these beings are guardians. These races did not fall. Neither did the cat people. So there are ones still serving light. And the other race from the gold order, Seraphi, Seraphim, are a mantis race called Athean. Now the Athean could be considered scary to some people because first of all, they're taller than us. They're giants compared to us, but and plus they look creepy to some people because they're like an insect. When you zoom in to our insects on planet Earth, if you zoom in if you see this, what they look like up close, a lot of people get freaked out. Maybe because we have some bad experiences with some of the negative ones. But just realize out of the gold flame is where we get insects. It is where we get reptiles. It is where we get dinosaurs. Okay, these come out of the gold flame, out of the Seraphi metaterrestrials. And these are all extraterrestrials in different star systems, different galaxies. They have their own history. They have their own people. Okay, so now let's see who else. Let's see the fallen versions. There is a fallen reptilian race called the Omicron, D10. That means dimension 10. And so I'm going to show pictures of some of these beings coming up after I show you some of this info. They're called dragon moths, you guys. That's their nickname. That's what the Omicron, they're a mixture between dragon reptilians and insects, moths. This is where you get the concept of moth people. Because we can see some of these beings infiltrating people's auric fields, their energy fields. And some people have reported seeing Mothmen or seeing reptilians in people's faces or energies. It's a real thing. As you activate your astral chakra, you're going to start seeing these things. And these beings also, you have the Dracos coming out of the gold flame. You have the Necromaton beetle people. You have the Azrael, the Dinoid, dinosaur, and reptile and insectoid races. And they're centered around the Orion star system. So this is just opening up to the idea of the first races. Okay, we still have to go through the violet flame race, but all of these races of where every being imaginable started with these first races. Now, when we start learning that there's 25 billion planets that are part of the guardian angelic nations, that's not talking about the legions of fallen angels, but just the fact alone, for context's sake, right? 25 billion planets. Each of them are going to have their own population. That number is crazy, right? When you start checking billions times, 25 billion times how many alien species, star leagues are out there? You see what I'm saying? I mean, the number is crazy, but all of these billions, trillions, or whatever, quadrillions or quintillions of beings, if you consider all the dimensions and all the galaxies and universes, multiverse, metaverse, well, these are all coming out of these original races. We talk about the cat people and the Anu feline aquatic ape people and the Anunnaki Jehovian bipedal dolphin people. Okay, we also talked about the bird people, what we call the mantis beings, Atheans, and the reptilians, the different reptilians. There's a winged reptilian. Let's look at that one. That one's called Odedicron. Let me check in on the chat. And I will show some of my own pictures as well. Which chakra Stargate do I need to access for time travel? Well, you're always time traveling, Melvin. when you access your higher selves, your higher consciousness. Okay? You can leave the body. You can remotely view, which goes against science, but it is even government people, whistleblowers, who talk about remote viewing. Okay, that you can take your consciousness somewhere else. You're not limited to the body. You're not limited to this time vector or this dimension. But when you go outside of this different levels with your consciousness, you're time traveling. Okay, the fourth dimension is another time vector. You connect to the astral, you're time traveling. You can literally train yourself. If you don't know how, you guys, if you don't have psychic abilities, you can literally learn how to astral travel. You can learn how to go to these other worlds. That's how consciousness works, through stargates. And so the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra, is time traveling to the fourth dimension. The throat blue ray chakra is time traveling to the fifth dimension. If you have your fifth dimension chakra activated, you connect to the Stargate's fifth chakra, for example, I'm making examples, you would be able to experience that in dream state, in awakening state, meditative state, in an altered state, on plant medicine. There's different ways to get there, to time travel. Now, we're not talking about you taking your body there. We're talking about the consciousness going there and experiencing it like you experience this reality. You'll be in a body, not this body, another version of your body, another level of yourself. That's how we time travel. Now, there's technologies. There's UFOs that can time travel. We're not talking about that. You're talking about you time traveling, right? So, and you mentioned chakras. You open these different chakras, you activate them, you can experience it. And you would do that with intention, with meditation. You put yourself where you want to go. Starting with the fourth chakra. There is not one certain chakra. It's any chakra above the 3D, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can access all those levels through the chakras of your Templar, but you're not going to have any results unless you go on a spiritual journey and work on these chakra. The chakra are called Templar by the Guardians, which is reference to time. You're accessing Templar gateways, doorways to other realities. So you focus on the chakra. And also, when you do that, you're connecting to your higher selves. Let me turn that sound off. What the hell? That's my keyboard. Disconnecting, reconnecting. Okay. So let me refresh because it doesn't stay the same time as me. Thank you guys for being here on this discussion about 12 alien species and beyond. Machiwa. I'm looking for people who tag me. Monster Quinn, tag me. What's up, Star Sister? Oh, we got one of those fake Christos avatars saying that they're the real Christos avatar. Yeah. So we're going to get a troll like this, you guys, but they're not accomplishing jack shit. They're not doing anything. They're just wasting their own time. Because we have moderators that are just going to remove them. So, yeah, so let's go back to that PDF. Because I don't think I finished the Gold Flame races. We are talking about the founder races first before we talk about other races. Where's the Odedicron? Omicron. And here's the Odedicron, which are winged reptiles. Okay? So when you think of insectoids, bird people, reptilians, mantis, those are coming from the gold flame extraterrestrials. The gold flame, Seraphi, Seraphim, gold order. So let's talk about the last founder races called the Amethyst Order, what people know as the Violet Flame, Brahmarama. Okay, so they create all these interesting races called the Innu, which are whale people. You know, it's not me, you guys, making this stuff up. You see right here that there's a race of beings that are whale people called the Innu. Okay, they're come from the amethyst order, the violet flame races. Same with aquatic dolphins. They make a distinction because there's dolphin people, but these are aquatic dolphins that swim in the water. So they're coming from the violet flame. So did the Anunnaki, by the way. Half of their DNA is violet flame. Aquatic races come from the amethyst violet flame. Another race coming from the amethyst order is the Pegasi race, which is, by the way, my main spirit guide. I don't work with a lot with spirit guides anymore. I'm pretty much just going into my inner Christos, but this is part of my Christos, and I've seen the Pegasus. This is a big influence on my energies. And notice how they describe them: avian, horse, deer hybrid. So because they said that, I am confident that the deer also comes from the amethyst order. And the fact that deers have antlers and they're talking about horses, then I also am comfortable in saying that unicorns come from the amethyst violet flame order. Now that stuff is going to be ridiculous to people, but the guardians themselves are talking about winged horses, man. Okay? Where do you think our fairy tales are based on? Where do you think imagination is coming from? What is it imagining from, based on? So we have also an aquatic ape race, which is very significant, you guys. This race is very important. They're called the Yoni. Okay? Now the Yoni themselves did not fall, but their DNA was used to help make the Anu Elohim, and it is the Anu Elohim who fell, but not the Yoni themselves. So that is basically all of the founders' races. And let me see. So we're looking at, let me just make sure there's no mess again on. Sorry guys, our moderators will boot this person and I have to remove them. So I removed him, but this person spends his time making new accounts all the time. So you saw he's already used 3 accounts. So am I showing the map? Yeah, okay. So we just talked about these 3 metaterrestrials who created all of the first founder races. The blue flame created the Anuhazi feline hominids, and they created the feline aquatic apes. So they're part feline, and they're part Yoni aquatic ape. Okay, so that is why they're part blue flame and violet flame. This race is, and that's where we get these fallen angel races. They fell. And then we I'm not trying to do that. And then we talked about the gold flame races. That's the 10th dimension line. These are gold flame races. There was originally 4. Blue flame, there was 2. And then there's the 4 of the gold flame races, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the, no. You don't count in the chromaton. They're not part of the violet flame, but they exist in the 11th dimension because they mix their DNA with the 11th dimensional Anu Elohim. That's why they're in the 11th dimension. But just realize that the violet flame races did not fall. You're going to have some exceptions because we know the horses come out of the violet flame. Well, there's the horse hybrids called centaurs. They're part horse. So they're part violet flame, but in general, these races, the main races did not fall. The main races, we're talking about the founder races, they did not fall. So most of the drama that we're talking about in today's spiritual awakening is between the blue flame and the gold flame races. Okay? That doesn't mean, like I said, that doesn't mean there's no distortions in the violet flame, because we have something called the Great White Brotherhood that became a distortion. So let me go back to. All right. Melvin Sanford tagged me. Thanks, Christos Avatar. I've done it before, but I've been blocked. I think I did it to myself. And I hear people talking about blocking themselves. I guess if you went on a sugar diet, you're doing crack and cocaine, you were practicing New Age, you were running reverse current. Okay, there I could understand you blocked yourself. Okay, so what's the point of that? You just simply unblock yourself, Holy One. You get yourself back together, you heal yourself and your distortions, and get back to the program. Machua. So I'm just checking for anyone else who tagged me. Looks like we're good to go. So it's weird. It's really weird. I hear the I hate this guy. Okay. And what is hate, right? Hate is simply it is a fallen angelic trait. Hatred is the opposite of love. This person is acknowledging or exposing their low vibrations. And you're in a bunch of awakened places. I mean, there's a bunch of awakened people here. And so they're not even falling for your crap. Especially when you start talking about hate. Wow, you moderators are going to be busy tonight. They plan this ahead. They plan and wait for our live, and they start trying to mess with us. So, but thank you guys for being here and learning about this heritage, this forbidden history, talking about the aliens who are guardians and the aliens who are against our planet and our people. And so this is what we are in the middle of. We're in this distortion. You would say the Guardians call it a descending Earth. And so there's all kinds of freaking drama going on here, guys. A lot of distortion here. Hello, Xavier Martinez. Stardust Goddess. Yeah, it is fascinating to learn about ourselves. And so you guys have learned a little bit about that. If you want to learn more, well, download, excuse me, I got some hair. Download this PDF. This is a book, but you can download the PDF. We give links to it all the time. If you need the link again, just let us know. And you learn about all these different alien races I just showed you. And I show you the book. So it's all, you would say, transparent. Okay, because I get accused that I'm making stuff up in my teachings. I'm not. They're based on the Emerald Order teachings. I'm a student of this work. I learned to become a teacher. I learned the Kathara, you would say, workshop in Ashiana's seminar in Phoenix. There was many different teachers there. I was a student, and now I'm a teacher. So, but people will make problems with that, right? So I have 375,000 subscribers, so there's people who agree with this information. But of course, you're going to see haters. You're going to see people trying to attack this information. Hey, you guys, I just want to say, every live I say this. You don't have to agree with anything I'm saying, anything that Ashiana is saying, or what the Guardians themselves say. You don't have to agree. Okay? It's not dogma. You check with the information. That's what you're doing here. You're checking it and seeing what you feel about it. So, of course, we have Pleiadians. Did you see Pleiadians in the founder races? No. Did you see humans there? No. Those are the first races. Those are the founder races before the Pleiadians existed, before humans existed. Okay? But since those beings made beings below them, and those beings created beings below them, and those beings created the humans, well, you see, you're connected to those higher dimensional selves, those higher collectives. Our DNA template came out of those templates. Okay? So there is a connection, even a direct connection. So we can see what our roots are. The last live I did on Saturday, we talked about the Lyran people, who are cat people, which is the Blue Flame group, who eventually created the Lyran Siren Anuhazi, who created the Oraphim angels, who themselves created us. Okay, so I know there's religions who say only God creates. Hello, we're all part of the Creator God. We all have the same, we're all in the unified consciousness of God. Okay, and these races were designed to create other races. It's all connected through God. It all is God. It all is the unified field. And so this is our perspective, you guys, and this is a multi-dimensional perspective. These beings exist at different levels, just as you exist at this level. And so, bless you if you're on a spiritual journey, finding that within. Because so many people are looking out here. Yeah, we're going to see UFOs in the hologram. We're going to see ETs and mated terrestrials, extraterrestrials. Ashiana Dean. Hey, Ashiana is visiting us. Do better. This isn't true. Do better. This is coming from Ashiana's book, homie. It's actually the Emerald Order book. Wait. We're showing you the PDF. We're showing you. You are a liar. We're doing better. Okay? Machua. They're just making themselves to be clowns, you guys. And no one's going to actually take them seriously. Look at how many people are on their channel, and then look how many people are on this channel. Because the person kept saying, I'm the real Christos avatar, but he has 0 subscribers. So, but yeah. So the Arcturians, well, let's look at the Pleiadians, what the Guardians say about the Pleiadians. So I'll go back to the PDF, which is Ashiana's translated works of the Emerald Order teachings. So this is Voyager's 1, so this isn't planned or anything. So I don't know what's going to come up on Voyager's 1. Let's put Pleiadians, Pleiadian. Okay, that's one of the fallen ones. We're looking for the good, nice ones. Wait a second. Oh, this is a part of the book that is talking about Stargate Councils. Guardian Alliance, GA. Signet Council, also called Stargate Council. And that's the Council of Alcyon. And Alcyon is the Pleiadians' home planet. The Pleiades. Okay? And so it is the Pleiadians of Alcyon who are guardians of SG5. But if you continue reading, it's a council in crisis. And this is from 1998. So maybe even more things have happened since this council in crisis. So not all Pleiadians are good. Here's a perfect example. This is Pleiadians from Nibiru, not Alcyon. Okay, not from the Pleiades, but from our own backyard. And Nibiru is our backyard. It's in our solar system. And this is a hybrid Anunnaki, actually. They're part Pleiadian, part Nibiruan. Notice interesting, they're friends called Archangel Michael Collective, and Galactic Federation, and Ashtar Command. These are all fallen angelic legions, homies. So yeah, let's look down the Pleiadians though. There was something called 1992 Syrian Pleiadian agreements, but that was broken. And that information is in here too. The Syrian and Pleiadian star systems? Yeah, so this would be in the middle of a chapter about something here. Pleiadian, Nibiruan. I was trying to find where they're talking about the Pleiadians and Arcturans helping us. So I'm not getting that so far. Maybe it's in the other PDF. Pleiadian, Nibiruan. There's a lot with the Pleiadian Nibiruans, man. And they're the same ones that visited Billy Myers. Okay? The blondes, the pretty blondes. Let me look for Pleiadian here. And PDF 2. Oh my gosh, 269. Here's the index at the beginning. Okay, so yeah, there was something there. HU1 Pleiadian. HU1 means density universe 1. The Pleiadian star system, Alcyon. They're talking about the starseed races and earthseed races. Well, this is going to waste too much time. I was trying to find the chapter where they're talking about the friendly Pleiadians and the Arcturans. So yeah, you guys, you're going to have some of these guardians that weren't the primary founders. Like the Pleiadians were not founders, but they also have their mixture of their DNA that's coming out of the bird people. So you can have, for example, bird people mixing with cat people. And we know that part of our races, called the Oriphemes, are called feline avian. Even the Azarites are described as feline avian. Isn't it funny how we have, they're sort of against each other. The cats like to eat birds. Okay? But in the higher dimensions, they're combined. They're friends. And they're actually quite beautiful. Feline avian beings. Let me show some of my art in the Photoshop here. And I can show some of these races. Some of the ones that I have a whole folder of alien races art that I have created. But first I want to show the Orifeme bird people. And I plan on making the Azurite video too. I just get so busy, you guys, sometimes, and it's crazy how things are recently. I haven't shown all of these, but wait, I have to change this to Photoshop. It's trying to open in. Okay, that should work. Wait. Actually, I did it wrong. No, wait. I guess I'll have to do that. Okay. Feline avian. What's up? Part bird, part cat. Part bird, part cat. I mean, this is sacred to me, man. This gives me chills to see some of these pictures. Some of our legends are based on these beings. Hello, Griffin. Hello, Sphinx. I think they're freaking amazing. And so these are beings who created us. We have a direct connection to them. So I'm just going through some of these beings who are, this one's not particularly part bird, but let me see. There's actually one that's parts like swan. These are a type of orifeme. So I did the best I could on that, but there's also dolphin ones too, whales. Let me see. This was in my orifeme video. Some of the white dolphins are part of the orifeme races because there's different versions of orifemes. And so these are just some of them. Now, I'm in the middle of making my bird people video, but you're going to have bird people video. I mean, bird people aliens. Okay, with arms and legs, and they can talk, and the same with cat people. I've made a whole bunch of videos on the cat people. I can even show some of that pictures in my art. Let me see. Lyrans. They're called Anahazi, right? But we call them as Lyrans or Anahazi. Oh, why is it not showing up? Okay. So they don't all look like the avatar people, but some of them will. I always got to check on chat, make sure chat is okay. Yeah, okay. And remember, this is all my art. I'm not using other people's art. They're not all blue. Okay. These are extraterrestrials. And where do you think our kitty cats come from? Okay, they come from some higher race, some other species. And so these are the Lyrans. Now let me show you some of the reptilians, that like the fallen ones. The Omicron, like you guys should be becoming familiar with some of these alien races' names. The Omicron might be scary to you. Okay, these are moth people, moth beings. Part reptilian, part insectoid. I'm just trying to find some of the ones I might have used or shared in the video. I'm just clicking miscellaneous ones, man. Because there's so many, I can't tell which ones I might have used. But just think of a reptilian that's part insect. So you could say, here's a cute one I saved. That's just what, I wouldn't say that's an Omicron. But they are where you get the Mothman from. The Mothman beings. And so they're not friendly, they hate you, and they're one of the races trying to take us over. And so let me go to the Adetacrons, who are winged reptiles. These are alien races who are also fallen, just like the Omicrons are. I have to find it real quick. I mean, where do you think we get the concept of gargoyles? Okay, these are actual ETs coming out of the Phantom Matrix. Okay, these beings are against the Christos. These beings are against God. These beings want to dominate you, sacrifice you, enslave you. But people are worshiping these beings. Okay, they think they're cute, or they think they're beautiful, or that doesn't matter, but they think they're good, and they can get information or teachings or their spiritual mastery from these beings. Okay, now let's look at some just generic aliens. How about just any type of aliens, like I did for this video? Okay, there's going to be, remember, 25 billion star leagues. Okay, that's a lot of different alien races, a lot of different appearances. And this is just some examples of what you could see out there or in there. You know, the inner journey. You will see these beings, this is what star seeds and indigos are experiencing. They will see these beings, man. They will have connections to these beings, or they will have communications from these beings. I mean, you've heard of abductees, contactees. I mean, what do you think the UFOs are doing with humans? I mean, why are they taking them or whatever? Okay, once again, this is my artwork. If you guys like any of these, I can make a poster for you or an art print. That's one of the ways I sustain myself, is through my art. I haven't shared even 1% of my artwork. This is just a plethora. And so this is, some of you have visions. Some of you see these beings. Some of you guys are interacting with some type of star seed, some type of race of beings. It doesn't have to be the Pleiadians or Arcturians or the Nordics. You know, it doesn't have to be the cat people. It doesn't have to be the bird people. But everyone's got their own experiences, their own journey. What's your imagination? What is your visualization? What do you see? I might have shown that one already. Okay? I don't know about you, but God is great. There's all kinds of expression of Creator God. Mochiwa, Holy Ones. I am Christar. We're not alone. You never were alone. The universe is much greater than you think it is. People still don't believe in aliens. And there will be a bunch of religious people calling all of these demons. Oh, those aren't aliens, they're demons. What do you think demons are? They're aliens. You got it backwards, homie. These beings are from other worlds, other dimensions. They have their own histories. They have their own agendas, like this reptilian agenda. What about the Anunnaki agenda? You know, there is not just gray aliens, homies. You got to have a little bit better imagination. Aim higher. There's all kinds of beings out there. There's an infinite amount of beings and appearances. And maybe they all don't have eyes and legs and the same type of things that you expect. But surely there's all kinds of beings. So, just wanted to share some of that. Thank you. Machiwa. Remember, that's only 1% of my visions. There's some things I haven't been able to create art from. Like some of these beings are so advanced that they're not just a singular form. They're not just a typical hominid or humanoid. And so it's hard for me to even generate this art. Some of these beings. When you have something to work with, though, you know, you can, like a typical one that people are familiar with, it's easier to create this artwork. So, bless all of you for being here tonight. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate your feedback. Subway Rat, what do Martians look like? There's humans on Mars. What's up? Maybe a long time ago, there was Martians. Elizabeth Hale, what is the White Brotherhood? Well, that's all the false teachings you're getting from the Violet Flame. You're getting all this Saint Germain BS. And it is New Age BS. It's no longer meant to assist you. Cosmic Kev. Is that a different Cosmic Kev? I thought he was being cool. Wait, who are you calling an impersonator, bro? Who am I impersonating, right? Who knows what these people are trying to say? But we will get people attacking us from all walks. I just explained to you who it is. It's a false New Age group who give you false teachings. And we're not meant to look towards saints, Saint Germain. We're not meant to look towards what you call any type of a guru, any type of a godlet, any type of archangel. Humans are quite capable of connecting themselves to Creator God. Okay, so but you're going to have religion and New Age saying that you need someone in between you and God. It's utter nonsense, you guys. They don't like the message of unity consciousness or Christ consciousness, that you are connected to God. No, you're a guilty, sinful, inferior human. You're lowly. Bow down. Be subservient. Blind worship us. We created you. No, you did not. There's only one creator God, not a pantheon of gods. That's a lie. A fallen angelic lie. To pull you off of your real truth. I'm pushing refresh. To pull you off of your true identity. Now you got a sinner identity. Now you got I'm just a creation of the Anunnaki identity. I'm just a nobody identity, right? The Great White Brotherhood has to do with something called the Ruby Order. Okay, the Ruby Order is what we call a host matrix. Just like indigo type 3s are a type of host matrix helping the Nephilim Anunnaki. Well, that is connected to the Ruby Order. The Ruby Order created what you call a hosting matrix, and they were meant to heal some of the Anunnaki races. You know, the Anunnaki come out of the blue flame, so the blue flame are responsible for the fallen consciousness of the blue flame. So they created something called the Ruby Order to help heal some of these blue fallen races. And so, but it got convoluted. Some of these beings were able to heal and ascend, but some of them didn't. And some of them are now creating their own false creeds. The Saint Germain, Violet Flame, Great White Brotherhood are one of many New Age false creed teachings. Okay? And you don't need a Great White Brotherhood. You don't need a Savior Messiah, a King of Kings. You don't need anything like a Pope or a priest or Archangel Michael or the Galactic Federation. But those people and those organizations don't like that message. They don't like the message. So what we're really saying is they don't like the message of unity consciousness, or that we're all united in Creator God. No, there has to be a councils above you. There has to be. I heard someone say that today, that, you know, I was making a video that you don't need any of these things, and they made a comment saying, well, then you don't have your support. Here is your support, holy ones. Here is your guardian races. Inside is your personal Christos. Inside is your connection to God. It's so people so routinely used to looking for some assistance, something else to help you with your Christ consciousness and your spiritual mastery. You guys, these teachings teach you how to be God, sovereign, free. Okay? You don't need a godlet, a Yahweh, an Allah, a Brahma. Okay? You don't need Jesus, but we talk about Jesus, but not from a religion point of view. Jesus wasn't mutilated, wasn't tortured, wasn't sacrificed, wasn't, this is your death. It's based on a ritual, blood ritual of death. That's your message, not our message. Our message is you are God, you are sovereign, you are free. And that is not based on my opinion or some other religion's opinion. It's not opinion. It's a universal thing. Not a planet Earth thing, but it includes Earth. Okay, we're all God sovereign free. We're all part of the unified field of consciousness. But you have actually, some of these ETs we talked about are actually actively trying to pull us down into the phantom. Okay, so when you got a whole bunch of billions of Christians, Muslims, and Jewish people all following these dark tendencies, these dark practices and false creeds, fear. Oh, your God's about fear? Your God's about guilt? And you have to have shame, and you have to blindly worship, and you have to be subservient, put your face on the ground, grovel, and you have to, put down women, by the way. All these religions, A-L-L, all of these religions put down the woman. Some religions can't even, you can't even show the woman's face. Okay? And it's about, put all of these distortions with even animals and plants. And we love you, Holy One. We love you, King, Master Lord. Bless you, Master Lord. Send Master Lord smileys and emojis. But he's been removed, so it's going to be hard to do that. You said at Sunset Dreams, we're not sinners or to feel condemned. What does that do to your identity when now you're just a lowly little sinner and you have to do A, B, C, and D in order to have a connection to God? Transmute. A lot of you starseeds, which are aliens, alien soul essence in a hybrid human body, a lot of you starseeds and indigos are awakening to that distortion. You're transmuting that from your life. So many of you have sent me personal emails about how this information has changed you. This information has changed you. Okay? You are awakening. You are having ascension symptoms and dismissing all of these trolls, all of these haters. Okay? This person said they hate us. They hate me. Okay? We love you unconditionally. You are part of Creator too. Even go heal yourself and rejoin our group. Machiwa. Yeah, Fly Kiwi said it. Power and control are in your own possession unless you choose to give it to another. And that's exactly what billions of people are doing on the planet. And it is the same billions of people who will judge us, who will hate us. How is your religion doing for you when you hate? How is your religion doing when you judge your brothers and sisters on earth? Isn't religion supposed to make you a kind person, a loving person, a sweet, sincere, friendly person? Then why are you judging? Right? Because your false creator God judges. Yahweh is a false creator God, is an extraterrestrial collective. Metatron is an extraterrestrial collective, a fallen angelic one. Enoch is a fallen angel. Thoth is a fallen angel. But people are worshiping them. Worshiping! What is worship? Worship is giving your power with your free will. Here is my obedience. Here is my subservience. Here is my prayer. Here's my money, church. Here, you're giving a vampire its sustenance. You're feeding phantom. You're feeding fallen angels while you think you're following God. You're doing the opposite. You're not following Creator. That's a false creator. They're imposing on you the opposite qualities of Creator God, the opposite qualities of unconditional love. Now you got conditions. No, sorry, transmute. God is not just unconditionally loving. That means there's no conditions to grace, no conditions to have a connection, no savior required, but it's also omni-love. God is omni-love. That means God loves all. Down here on earth, we have a distorted idea of love. What is love? Right? I love you because you got money. Love you because you got a nice ass. You know, that kind of love? No, that's superficial. That's transitory. That's not actual love. An actual love it's not based on judging something. You love something no matter what they are. You know, you see, we love these trolls. We can be kind and sweet to these trolls as they troll us. You can love someone who says they hate you. Have they ruined my day? Have they ruined my channel? Have they ruined this message? No, you have not. We're standing in our light. We're standing in our unity, in our Christ consciousness. We're standing in our God sovereign free. And so you'll have clowns like this. And so we just go, and we're still standing. Excuse me. We're still here. And unfortunately, this is why I have to have 5 moderators. And so, but the rest of you can enjoy the show, can connect to these teachings, can apply it to your own life. And yes, there is a bunch of alien races out there. So many, they're countless. So many, you can't identify all of their different appearances. I was at the convention, alien UFO convention that was in California a few years ago. They have it annually every year. Excuse me. And I saw Emery Smith, and he's a whistleblower for the secret space program. And Emery Smith talks about how he was there because he was a doctor, and he was doing all of these, you won't call them surgeries, but he was working on flesh. He was working on the leftover remains of alien races. And in his line of work, he says that he knows that there's at least 5,000 species that he's examined and dealt with. Okay? He was getting just pieces of them for a while. Then he was getting entire bodies of them. And so, and that's just one person out of many. Other people have seen these beings, have seen how there is many different alien races. And so, and you know, we don't need people to believe, you guys. If we're on a spiritual journey and we're awakening ourselves, and there's still people around us who are sleeping, who are still part of Sleepers Anonymous, who don't see other worlds and other realities. They just see a flat earth. They just see us disconnected from these guardians or from God, or they just are imagining such small capacities for our race and for themselves. You're the one putting limitations on yourself and on your spiritual evolution, which includes physical evolution, by the way, because when you evolve spiritually, you're going to evolve into a new body, into a new density matter, into a new consciousness. We're giants above 12 feet tall. We are in a law of one civilization. Okay, so this is our true history. This is our true identity. But you got all kinds of agendas who are against us as a guardian species. Human race are originally created as a guardian race. We're meant to be protecting our space. We're meant to be having integrity and walking and talking in Christ consciousness. Not judgment, not fear, not guilt. That is the dark side, and you can recognize it. You will see it in the world. When you got people straight up saying, I hate you, what's up? Yes, Anna, you said it. Thank you, moderators. You're working hard tonight. Frankie Elliott. You said it, Cosmic Kev. You will see it. Helena wants to get lit. Isn't that our Saturday night thing? And I will still have people saying, you do drugs. You're on drugs, Helena. Whoa, my Chua, you're not a real guardian. I love you, sister. Give me a hug, man. What's up? We don't listen to them. We don't listen to them. We gently say, I love you. What's up? Go heal yourself. You can learn how to heal yourself within yourself. You can do meditation and do some shadow work. Please do some ego work. And pull in your higher consciousness, which is not based on belief or faith. You pull in yourself, your collective, your family of consciousness. It is you, my Chihuahua. You said it, M. Thank you, M888. My Chihuahua. Thank you, Holy One. Bless you for supporting this work, the innerchristos work. Thank you for helping, that exchange of energy. And Courtney D, my Chihuahua, thank you for that piece of pie. Bless you, Courtney. Thank you for supporting this work as well. Thank you, guys. And this is how I do this. So any of you watching tonight, if you like this work, please support this work. $5, $10, $20, whatever you feel, because that is, you guys are the ones helping this show stand. I couldn't work 100 plus hours a week. And if you think that's a joke, that's an underestimate. I know I work more than 100 hours a week. This is my life mission. This is my purpose. This is my focus. These teachings, this perspective that I'm part of, you're part of, brother and sister. This is our teachings, the Emerald Order, Guardian teachings. And so bless all these different alien races. I think it's wonderful that we have variety in creation. And we're not going to even come close to experiencing all of creation. But in those higher levels, we are. Okay? Just realize that you have 144 here, 144 there, 144 there, 144 there. When you add all up your 144s, you have literally 1,728 other selves, minimum. Beings like indigo children are going to have more because they're living more incarnations. It's part of their missions. So you have 1,728 selves that look like, some of those look like aliens, you guys. Some of them don't look human looking because you're only human looking up to the 6th dimension. Let me correct myself. In density 2, they don't look like us. Angelic humans don't look like us. So I'd say just in dimensions 1, 2, 3, you're going to see this appearance, this human looking appearance that we have here. Well, up there, they look alien. Angels don't look like humans, even though they're showing that in Renaissance paintings. That's not what angels look like. Aliens look like, that's not what angels look like. Angels look like some type of alien species. And not all of them have wings. Some with the avian Ceres DNA, because that's the bird people. If you have Ceres DNA, you could have wings. Doesn't mean you will. Because, for example, there is a winged being called the Azurites. It's made of all the founder races. It's made of blue flame, gold flame, and violet flame. It does have wings. But then there's a lower version called the Maharaji, the blue humans. They don't have wings, but they're still angels and archangels. Indigo children don't have wings, but we're coming even beyond the angels, beyond the Ceres. You see, this is all consciousness of Creator God in the unified field. So scientists have a tiny little keyhole. I can't see what is reality really? What is creation really? Where is it? I can't see it all. Can you see all? We're much more ancient than 13 billion years. If you Google how old is the universe, that's what you get. When you look at Guardian teachings, you're going to learn it's 950 billion years old. And there's other God worlds beyond that don't have time space like we experience here. Space-time's an illusion. There is no such thing as past or future. It's all happening simultaneously. So these aliens are coming through stargates. They're coming from the future to our past. That's their perspective. They're coming from the fifth dimension or the sixth dimension. And they're coming to our planet through stargates or portals. And now they just travel through time to the past. But in reality, it's all space-time is simultaneous. There is no FLT, faster than light travel. I mean, you don't need, you're getting here through SG3, SG4, SG5, SG6, SG7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not counting all the other technologically made portals, all the other, there's many elder races. Giannis! 111! Thank you for those 9, sister. Bless you. Bless you, bless you. So happy you're part of this team. And I know you study the material. I see it in your name. Thank you, Giannis. We have Renato, Marquise. Bless you, brother, right? Renato's a male name, right? I hope. I loved you from Australia, and your work will keep reaching far and wide. We are one. And I love your spirit. I love your frequency. Thank you for that, Australia. Thank you, Renato. Bless you. And this is a global thing. This is a universal thing. You see, we have haters, but we have plenty of people who resonate. That's what this is. It's a resonance. Do you feel it? Do you feel that resonance? 1111, average view duration. And I have 888 views. There's 811 views, and it says 1111. It just changed. Did you guys see that? Who saw that? Please put that in chat. 888 and 1111. Let's share that. Bless you, Monster Queen. And you've been sticking through this for the past couple of years. I've seen you improve. Bless you. The best before 2012? I don't know what you mean by that, Actunify. I must have missed part of your conversation, maybe? So, yeah, you guys, this is just pretty amazing. It's not science fiction. It's not fantasy to have aliens involved with us. Just know that there's a concerted effort, even by some of these aliens, to keep it a secret. But it's coming out. So you're going to have all kinds of things that are going to hide the UFOs or try to dismiss the UFOs. You're going to have, pundits and networks on cable networks. They're all going to work together to hide the truth. This is why, and plus they get into power and they try to manipulate the social media platforms. We know for a fact that there is censorship going on in the social media platforms. Even YouTube itself will attach Wikipedia articles to debunk your own video. And you can't do nothing about that. All you can do is just roll with those punches but still stand in your light, stand in your conviction, and speak truth. I'm going to have all these haters and people attacking the channel. They attack me on Facebook. They attack me on Instagram. They'll attack me on YouTube. I'm still standing strong. I'm still coming from the Emerald Order perspective, the Christ consciousness perspective. And we're bringing this together as a group. A lot of you are awakening to your own guardian groups. Some of you are connected to the Pleiadians. Some of you are connected to the Arcturans, or different positive Nordic groups, but there is negative ones. Just know that our own governments, you guys, not just United States government either, our own governments are contacted by these beings. Why do you think there's some big stuff going on with Antarctica, and there's an agreement between the different governments to keep it a secret, and that you yourself can go visit there and check out the place? The governments know about aliens and UFOs. They have the billions, trillions dollars of assets and resources to verify it. They have their own spacecraft. They have their own, ability, electronics, and technologies to perceive the edges of the planet, to perceive what's going on in the solar system. They know. They're part of it. Okay? They're part of the technologies. They're part of the spacecraft. Okay? Because you're going to see different kinds of UFOs. You're going to see physical, mechanical type UFOs, and then you're going to see light ship UFOs. That's a whole different technology, man. A UFO made of energy, or a UFO that's mechanical and you can see it fly by or make a crop circle. Okay? That's a whole different type of technology. So there's a lot of things going on here that maybe you haven't considered. If there is a whole bunch of UFOs that have been recorded on video, but you still don't believe in aliens, okay, some people just still don't believe in aliens. You guys, I've said this again and I'll say it again now. We don't need them to believe. Does that stop you if they don't believe? Does it stop your growth and your development? I guess some people it does, because they're so concerned about what other people think. Oh, I'm not going to go there because I get criticized. I'm going to keep that a secret. You guys, look at the community. There's other like-minded people. There's other people who understand the truth about UFOs and aliens and spirit guides and consciousness. I make one video that has the word quantum physics in it. Then I get a bunch of science people attacking me. So you're not a quantum physicist. You don't need to be a quantum physicist to talk about the quantum, to talk about the particle or the ultramicroparticle or frequency that we experience, that some of us see, what you do not measure or categorize or say is real. Okay, when consciousness can change the properties of a water droplet, you can see it. When we have something called cymatics, sacred geometries appearing from sound, when there's something that science doesn't say exists, but we are experiencing it. Okay? We don't need them to believe. We would love for all people to be open to other possibilities, other paradigms, but you guys, you can't bring someone else their awakening. They have to awaken it for themselves. All right? So when they are sitting there demanding proof, I want proof. You have to provide proof of God, of an alien world, of something that's showing up in your consciousness. Okay? People are astral traveling. People are remote viewing. People are being abducted. Cows are being mutilated. Okay, this isn't conspiracy. It's conspiracy fact. There is beings from other worlds visiting Earth, and not just in 2024. We talk about them visiting in the France a few hundred years ago. They visited during Jeshua's time. They visited during the Greece time, the Roman times. They were here in Atlantis and Sumeria and Lemuria. They have been here. They're part of us. They're part of our experience, man. And it's being covered up. Now you're part of the cover-up, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're one of those rebels who say, what? Okay, you're saying this, but I'm actually experiencing this. So people will demonize, but then you see the truth and you see, you guys, it is not a belief. It is not a faith. It's a literal witnessing, seeing, experiencing. Just as real as this reality is. Hello, some of you, have you experienced something so real, it was just as real as this reality? I have many occasions. Not in my head, confirmed by other psychic people. I've had psychic experiences with one of my ex-girlfriends who were also psychic. Things that were impossible according to science. Do I need one of you to say it's not true? Do I need one of you to say it doesn't exist when I experience it over and over again, supernatural, paranormal, and you haven't opened your chakra. You don't know what is a chakra. You don't believe in your Templar. And so no wonder you don't see, feel, have the emotion, have the spiritual experience. No wonder, because you literally cut yourself off from that happening. Doesn't mean you're damned. It doesn't mean you can't. It just means that you just have to shift and actually put effort and energy there. You're not psychic? Become psychic. You've never seen these beings or worlds? Well, develop yourself so you can. Because not just Americans, but Hindus, Buddhists, all kinds of different spiritual systems and beliefs have experienced these things, who talk about these things. Science is too busy dismissing those things. The 3D mind, the egocentric mind, will not see other worlds or aliens or UFOs. No wonder you're blocked from those experiences. You're not seeing those things. You're not witnessing those things because you don't have those activations. That's from your own free will. That's from your own free will. It takes us only seconds to block these fools, these clowns, these jokers. Only seconds. Okay. So this is, it comes down to your own discernment. Do you have discernment? Okay, are you, knowing the difference between what is good and what is bad? That's discernment. Do you have any discernment that there's more to this reality? Are you have any type of awareness, or are you in presence? I mean, a lot of this advice that people give in spiritual systems is to learn meditation. What does meditation do? Meditation forces you to go inside because you're quieting everything, all distractions and sounds and things that you see, right? And so, I know how to stop this. Remember, we did it before. I have to put a 60-second, you guys, we've had to do this before. It removes them right away. As soon as they do this, they can't do it anymore. So let me fix that. Clowns. Slow mode. How long participants to wait between messages? Slow mode. Okay, we're going to be in slow mode, you guys, for now. Okay? Just one message a second. They lose interest real quick after they can't spam us. Goodbye. See ya. I love you. Bless you. I will remove the slow-mo later, but right now they're still clowns trying to do it. Thankfully, YouTube has this. I forgot about it. Now we're doing it. And now I'll remember to do it again because we've had this problem months ago. I forgot about it, you guys. Moderator, sorry. Anyways, 8:10 We could get lit if you guys want to. If there's a group of you that want to get lit together, put the fire emoji in chat and we'll do it together. Well, we can't make fun of that because people will take it the wrong way. People will label it as drugs. We call it plant medicine. Okay, we call it boosting, activating yourself. Your normal level. But let me make a poll, you guys. Yeah, Stardust Goddess and Sarah Holder. Okay, bro. Yeah, they're instantly stopped now. They can no longer do that. But it also means that you guys can't chat more than once during 60 seconds. Sorry. All right, Julie Young. Bless you. We'll see you on the next live, maybe. And when they show up and leave their one message, then you can delete their one message. But now it's a lot more manageable. Oh yeah, I was going to leave a poll. Self-fitness. I have seen aliens before. Once they came in my room, I don't really remember how they look. Only remember that they talked in my head using my mom's voice. That's interesting. Sounds scary too, especially if you were little. There's plenty of people, you guys, there's plenty of people who have experienced abduction. And they actually use a scientific method, hypnosis. See? The clown can't do his technique now. And you find out real quick they get tired of that. Oh, I can't do it now. Why? So, yeah, I want to make a poll. If you have experienced any type of alien, and it doesn't have to be close encounters of the third kind. It could be seeing an alien on medicine, in meditation, or in anything like that. It doesn't, it could just be normal waking state. So answer yes if you have seen anything like that, you guys. So I'm going to make a poll. And then we'll get lit, because some of you want to get lit. Have you ever witnessed? Is that a better word, witnessed? Or experienced? I'll use experienced. Have you ever experienced an alien? Extraterrestrial? Yes, no, or I can't remember. Or I'm not sure. I'll just keep putting I'm not sure because some people usually select that as their choice. I'm not sure. Because maybe there's an instance where you're not really sure. And while some people may disagree, I want to say that a succubus is an alien. Okay? A succubus is an extraterrestrial. But people will say, no, it's a spirit. What do you think a spirit is? It's a being that exists in another dimension. If it's a spiritual entity if it's a ghost-like entity in our reality, that means it's a disembodied consciousness. We're not talking about disembodied consciousness. We're talking about actual alien beings that would come and visit you from another frequency vibration, another dimensional frequency. Yeah, but they're not a real fan. Remember, they said, I hate you. Take care, Titchy Tam. Bless you. Thank you for sharing with us. Mr. Magdism, 10,000%. And you guys, that could mean any of the fallen angelics. Anything that you're calling a demon. is an alien. Anything you call a fallen angel is an alien. Any type of creature not from this world is an alien. An alien is an extraterrestrial, not from this world, and not even from, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, not from this dimension of reality. There is HU1, DU1 aliens. That means they did travel to get here. That means they're from another world in our galaxy, or maybe not another galaxy, but they still can use portals to get here, right? But there could be beings. 111. Someone put that in chat. There's 111 of you online. Like, we'll have all these people do this BS, but we're gonna have a lot of beloved people who are sincere. You see, the trolls are not very sincere. I'm so grateful that I have this. I can't believe I didn't think of it 2 weeks ago, because they've been doing this for the past 2 weeks. But self-fitness. I only remember what they had on. All black skin, tight suit with 3 silver stripes on the shoulders. And that could be some type of insignia. I've heard a lot of Corey Good's testimony, and he talked about them having an insignia on their clothing that showed that they're from a different group, because a lot of them could be the same race but different groups, just like there's different councils. Remember, the legitimate councils are called Stargate councils or Signet councils. Council of 12, Council of 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All of the universal Stargates have councils. And so that's talked about in this book and in some of Ashiana's workshops. If I haven't said it, I want to say that this is coming from the Emerald Order teachings. You saw me show in the book, the PDF, it says Emerald Order. And so Ashiana is the teacher who originally translated the work. The Guardian speakers, like Ashiana, they learned how to translate it from the holographic disc records, what's called the CDT plates. So this information is ancient. It's been on the planet not just now, but a long, long time ago. And so there's always 3 Guardian speakers who bring in this information. And Ashiana was one of the ones this time. Odedicron, you said it, Frasco. Well, it's not about special reptilians or different reptilians, because an Odedicron, an Omicron, could be here too. We exist multidimensionally. So the Odedicron is also multidimensional. They exist in the 10th dimension, but part of their soul family will also be in the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, the 6th. You see, all individuals have this. So, Monster Quinn, we're just going to be taking care of the people who are going against the rules. So, it's all good. We got a couple of moderators on here. It's all going to be fine. I don't know about remote viewing. That's something created by humans. You know, the government created remote viewing. They teach their super soldiers. I don't think that's unsafe. You do the same precautions as any technique, right? You'll do your Maharic seal. Do your Maharic seal and do remote viewing. Now, I haven't studied it myself. I've read about it, what it is. It doesn't, from what I understand, you're just using techniques within your own energies to remotely view a place. You do the same thing astral traveling. It's a version of that. But astral is actually going into the 4th dimensional frequencies. So, but I would say just use your standard protection protocols. Sage yourself. Like every time, which I don't do very often, only like once or twice a year, is mushroom. I make sure I fast a few days before I do it. If anything, I definitely fast the day of it. And I make sure I'm always using the saging, frankincense and all that. And I also put affirmations, I put protections, I do my Maharic seal, and I have a lot of the guardian codes, symbol codes around me. I make it a ritual like that. So if you're worried about remote viewing, I would say put all the precautions up. And know that you're a divine being. You're not channeling. Remote viewing isn't channeling, but this is what we're talking about. So, channeling is something they do in the New Age movement. So, anyways, Sevian Sun, draconian, insect, gargoyle, demonic-looking beings is what he looks like. What looks like? I don't see your other comments, Savina Sun. Please tell us who you think looks like that. Are you talking about me? Okay, Monster Quinn, I don't need you to keep on spamming the chat with that. All right, please stop. I want you to stop and the troll to stop. I don't want any more messages, please. We're good. We're good. So, yeah, you guys. Oh, I see Indigo Wizard. Yeah. But they still can't spam a bunch of messages. So, if there's someone impostoring some of our members, we'll just keep doing the same thing. All right, I'm going to do it myself. Beelzebub and belief are both ancient gods. But we talk about what gods are, Zachary. There's only one God. And the concept of law of one. There isn't multiple gods. So Beelzebub is a fake god, a false god. And Bel-El is related to the Anunnaki races. Are both ancient gods of ancient Sumeria and Iraq. What's going on? Oh, you're talking to Savina's son. Okay, sorry, Zach. Sorry, man. Yeah. Anything calling itself God or King of Kings or Lord this or Lord that are false. There's only one creator God. It's easy to remember that. There's only one. There's only one. So, the Greeks made a pantheon of gods, which are ETs. That's the thing about tonight's topic when you talk about aliens who are negative. Thank you, Sarah. You said it. You know what that means when we're getting attacked? It means we're doing something right. If people legitimately didn't resonate, they would move on. There's 144 likes. See, we get all these positive signs from Spirit. If you look at the likes, there's 144 likes. That's the thing about aliens. Think about it. They're, generally speaking, they're beings from more advanced races. I mean, if they have the technology to travel to our planet, then you know that there's something there. And their technologies is more advanced. So they're more advanced than us in technology. Doesn't mean they're more advanced because the human race is technically a highly advanced race, but we're now been mixed in with distortion. We have been mutated in our DNA. We're not even the same template as we used to be, DNA template. Plus we have blocks in our DNA, which means you have distortions in our consciousness. But these alien beings will take advantage of our ignorance down here, which has become ignorance. It wasn't always that way. We used to remember. But they take advantage of that, and now they try to put in a creation story. They try to put in a false history narrative. Okay, so now we got humans being duped by that. So now these humans are worshiping them. They don't realize they're worshiping extraterrestrial gods, godlets. That's what I call them, godlets, because they're not the creator God. They're fake gods. Okay, and they're the ones that say, and it is all a worship game. It is all a controlling game, you guys. So thankfully, we have positive aliens, guardians. But you can't ignore the fallen angelic guardians. And so that is what we have going on. And most people will not understand that. We just hit over 1,000 views on this video, so it's actually a popular video. But yeah, you guys, it is beings like the Anunnaki, okay? They're coming from planet Nibiru. These aliens are more evolved than we are. On the surface. There's always more advanced humans on Earth than there is the surface Earth. There's going to be people who have all the financial system, who have all the money, who have all the resources, who have the technologies like med beds, who have the technologies to leave the round Earth and go into other dimensions. Okay, so you have this source of information, but you also have the secret space program. Some of it's distorted, yes, but you have some of it confirming this stuff, that there is aliens, there is humans do have their own UFOs. Okay, that's the mechanical UFOs. The highly dimensionalized UFOs are light forms. Okay, so Mr. Williams 25 has 2 questions. I have 2 questions. Is Thoth incarnated here in human form? I would say so. And also, is Metatron here? Metatron is a collective. Thoth is an individual incarnation who will have other incarnations. But when you start talking about Metatron, Metatron is actually a highly evolved race that fell, which would take an hour to explain. If you don't want to wait, then you can search Metatron Oceana Dean, and there's a video out there that she talks about it for a whole hour. In a nutshell, and a quick synopsis, Metatron is from another universe, first of all. They're not from our time matrix. They're from another time matrix. But they were involved in the collective who brought in the Anu Elohim, so they're connected to the Anunnaki, Anu Elohim. Go figure, right? So these beings were once guardians, but they were getting pulled into the phantom. So some of their race was being pulled in. Now, think of a collective as several incarnations or several beings. If you start pulling in some of that collective, well, it's going to pull the whole collective in when it hits critical mass. And then that's exactly what happened to Metatron, which is connected to, they're a family inside a group called the Jehovanians. You will see this mentioned in the Voyager's book. It will show you the connection between it's hard to articulate, the Giovanni, also called Giovannians or Giovanni, it's hard to pronounce, I guess. They were actually from the other universe who were trying to help some of the fallen races, but then got pulled into that drama. Then their whole collective fell. Now they're freaking diabolical. You get a powerful guardian race fall, you better believe that fallen race is going to be powerful. And so Metatron's one of the most powerful fallen angelics. And so let me look at your original question here. Okay, So you're getting challenged by Toth. Okay, so of course that is something that you will have these beings because you have Drimvilo Melchizedek saying he was taught by Toth. So is Toth here? Of course. Does Toth go by many names? Yes, he does. Even Ashiana has experiences with Toth in person. And not just this lifetime. In other lifetimes, she's talked about Toth involved in Atlantis and Lemuria and all that. So, first of all, what kind of guardian being would challenge you? Guardians don't go against your free will. If you're being challenged, your free will is being challenged, right? I mean, they're going against your free will. And when we learn about Stonehenge, it's part of the fallen angelic technology. It's technology that is Stonehenge. Let's look at that. Good question, right? Let me pull up Voyagers 2. I'll go to the top. I'll put in the word Stonehenge. Stonehenge. There's 22 results in Voyagers 2. Okay. That's not what we want. I wonder if they talk about it. They're just going to talk about Stonehenge, England. And look, you guys, 3,650 BC, in conjunction with the Nibarian Diatic crystal grid at Stonehenge, England. This is part of the grid that they're using. It's a technology grid to cause temporary collapse of Earth's magnetic fields. Well, this is something that happened in this period of time. It has something to do with the Babylon massacre mentioned in the Bible. It's technology. They use technology. Here's the Babylon thing again. But let's keep looking for Stonehenge. Maybe the Diatic crystal grid, the Nibarian Diatic crystal grid, the Nibarian Diatic crystal grid, the crystal grid. Oh, let's look at that, what it says. To create reverse fire letter sequence distortions in Earth's planetary fields. It's an attack on Earth, man. And this is exactly why we're no longer immortal. It's exactly what Marduk Anunnaki did, what these Anunnakis have done. This is atrocious. This is horrible what they have done. It didn't just affect the human race or the planet. It affected all beings on Earth, which caused major distortions in the function of the angelic human DNA, erased our race memory, blocked natural kundalini flow in body, causing pineal, thalamus, hypothalamus, and thyroid gland malfunctions that shorten the human lifespan and block interdimensional association. No wonder so many of you can't perceive alien worlds and alien beings, because it's being blocked, scrambled. And this has happened ages ago, not just yesterday. So you mentioned that. You talk about Stonehenge. So many people want to go to Stonehenge. Oh, there's sacred sites, and then there's some not so sacred sites. So I can't give you advice on what to do or what not to do. You have to go inside your own inner Christ. Just know what the teachings talk about Thoth and what the teachings talk about Stonehenge now. Okay, so you want anything to do with Thoth, that's your free will, brother. Machiwa. Thank you, Deborah Summers. I put a lot of work into, that's what my 100+ hours are involved in. Most of that is making videos. Machiwa. Why does the Stonehenge and the merge for the togethering? There is no togethering here, brother. This talks about no gathering or togethering at Stonehenge. You're coming from somewhere else. Okay? So I can't answer you from the innerchristos point of view. Whatever your group is talking about, Stonehenge. I just explained Stonehenge. Right now, I just already explained it and showed it on the screen. So 50% of you have experienced an alien being. So let me put in poll. I'll end the poll. That's a good number, 50%. So out of 100 of you, 50 of you have experienced alien extraterrestrials, that including myself. Oh, Mike, no problem, brother. I see. Gotcha. And that is a pitfall. Like, a lot of people are following these new age distortions. And these distortions, like, for example, a lot of people are following the Galactic Federation. When the Galactic Federation is talked about in these teachings throughout history, man. Throughout history, they have effed with us. Watch. From the Guardian teachings. I'll go to the top. And put in Galactic Federation, because so many people love them. The Galactic Fed! Now, they were once upon a time, long time ago, good. I'm trying to find, here we are. Okay, notice it is the Jehovian fallen angelic Anunnaki who run Galactic Federation. And Ashtar Command. Right away, you see that right up the bat. The United Intruder Resistance intends to stage a mass landing with Galactic Federation, the Pleiadians, the Luciferian Pleiadians who visited Billy Myers, and these reptilian Dracos, and a few of these Zeta Greys. Why not? The invading fleets will come in as peacemakers. See, this is why I say, if aliens ever land on the White House lawn, if they ever come, if they start showing up, well, you know it's not the Guardians. Okay, they will claim they are our creator gods. They're already doing that. So many people are now believing that. How many of you believe that the Anunnaki created us, right? And they're intervening to protect us from destroying ourselves because we can't do it ourselves, right? And our planet. They will present seemingly miraculous cures that they already have, that we already have, but we're not privy to. So let's look up more of the Galactic Fed. Oh, they're friends with the Archangel Michael group. They're friends with Ashtar Command. They're Anunnaki collectives, homies. And they are also bringing us false ascension mechanics, like Drumvilo Melchizedek, his teacher is Thoth, the fallen angel, teaching you external reverse Merkaba. And this is what it is. This is what you're learning from Drumvilo, a 34 top magnetic counterclockwise, 21 bottom electric clockwise, and base 11 acceleration. Hello. Reverse Merkaba, baby, is not what you want. Star seeds. Okay, we already went to this one. They were also during the Dozer invasion. They were also involved with King Solomon temple. We might see that. Sodom and Gomorrah. Biblical stories. Oh, they're biblical stories. No, they're Anunnaki stories. They're actually Anunnaki families. Just like in Sumer. Sumeria, according to the Guardians, was a people, Anunnaki people, on our planet. Just like we have a hybrid Anunnaki now. See, they have to do with King Arthur days, 608 AD. This is going through time. That's why I showed you this. All the terrible things the Galactic Federation has done. In 1750, that's when he started remotely connecting to you, channeling, man, you chosen ones. All you who think you're chosen ones, it is the Luciferians who are choosing you. And you think you're special and you're better, you're favored. It is the Galactic Fed who was part of the American Revolution and the founding of the United States of America. Do you see this, holy ones? It is Luciferians who founded our country through the secret society occult school, inspiration from the Luciferian Knights Templar, Anu Melchizedek Illuminati races. That's nice news, huh? You're all part of this New Age channeling movement. You're thinking it's good when you don't even see all this. Man, oh man. You see why we're descending Earth? When they've duped religion, and they have duped science, and they have duped New Agers. That's that word again, discernment. People need to have discernment, man. Right? So, now, this is I love you too, Mr. Mandizin. and this is a group thing. It's not about me. It's not about Ashiana. It's not about, this isn't Ashiana's information. She was a translator, a scribe for the Emerald Order. Just like I'm here with the Guardian Alliance. I'm standing in the Emerald Order teachings. I'm standing in the unity and sending the message of Christ consciousness, of equality. It's not a message of chosen ones. It's not a message of favored ones. It's not a message. That's not what starseeds are. That's not what indigos are. Okay? We come in equality. No one's better than someone else. It's not about one person. It's about all. Because God is all. We are all Machua. But that comes down to choice. You have free will. People have free will in Christianity, in Islam. People have free will in whatever religion, whatever God they're subservient to. They choose. There is no dogma in the real God. There is no judgment in Creator God. That was put in here. You saw the things that Galactic Federation done. You can see the things that Thoth have done. What Enoch has done. Okay, now you have a different point of view. Okay, because so many people are following those agendas with no discernment. Just give their free will to these beings. When you see their message, you see that example, when they land, they're going to say that they're here to help us because we can't do it. So whatever problems we created on the earth, we're the ones who need to fix and heal that. Okay? But when we're sitting in here, looking out here, we're not going to find jack shit. Sorry. There is no God out here. There is no angels out here. There isn't even UFOs out here, man. Did you know this is a hologram experience? I'm having a hologram experience. You're having a hologram experience. Brother, sister, we're all projecting our reality. We're all creating our reality. Our thoughts are creating our reality. Your thoughts are creating all this. And we're in a unified field. We're experiencing it in a unified field together as a group. So it's all within. The UFO is in here. The Guardians are in here. The negative ETs they're all inside. They're all part of the unified field. They're all part of God. The many are the one. The one is many. We're all faces of God at different levels of awareness. I'm at a certain level of awareness. That person's at a certain level of awareness. That person is. Some people aren't developing their awareness. They're not going through spiritual evolution. They're staying in the same place, or they're falling instead of evolving. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to evolve, mature. Daniel, the hologram experience is the perfect way to explain what I've been feeling. Couldn't have said it any better. Thanks for helping spread our message. Blessings, Daniel. And we all are having our own activations, our own experiences. As a matter of fact, all of us have our own unique frequency to bring. You're here on Earth for your dropping your code. I'm dropping my codes. Indigo Wizard's dropping his codes. Celine's dropping her codes. All of us, all of you part of this group and effort are all dropping our unique codes. We need you. It's not done by one person or one hero. So bless all of you awakening to your truth, who are behaving in the attitudes of mastery. And why not look at that again real quick? It's in Cathara. Remember, we share all of this online. I mean, we give you the links. There's a link to Cathara manual, and there's a link to Cathara workshop series. It's 21 hours. So, did you notice how the troll stopped or slowed the F down? I told you they lose interest after they can't do what they want to do. So here is Cathara and attitudes. Let's look at attitudes. Okay, so we are here to live as guardians, as starseeds and indigos. We're the trailblazers, the way showers. So we need ourselves to have our spiritual affairs in order in expressing love, grace, gratitude. Have reverent respect for everyone. Be responsible. Work in trust, accountability, impeccability, mindfulness, fearlessness, engaged attachment, joy. You know, these people attacking our world, attacking our teachings, you know, they're not resonating at those values, characteristics, qualities, are they? They're aggressive. They're the phantom. They're attacking. They're negative. You see it in the world, that which is phantom, that which is part of the darkness, energies, habits, traits. And so those are the type of people that you may have to put boundaries on. And that may include divorcing their ass or breaking up or keeping them out of your life, out of your children's life. You will be, that's part of the 12 attitudes of mastery, responsibility. Be responsible for your own life and not living it for someone else. And like I said before, if you believe in aliens and UFOs, you don't need someone else to believe in it. You don't need to convince someone else. Let them believe. Let people make their own mistakes and own choices. Stop trying to correct people. And also don't allow people to correct you. Know that you're God sovereign free. You're not living your life based on someone else's ideas and concepts. You are quite capable of finding your own inner truth. Finding your God by yourself without a priest or a pope. Okay? They can't stand that message because that message takes their power away. Now they're not going to be exuberantly wealthy. Do you know how wealthy Vatican is? Do you know how much secrets and treasures and resources the Vatican has? What the church has? And these are supposed to be spiritual people. But they have the power. They have the knowledge and the history and the technologies and the healing. And they're keeping it from you and me and all of us. Unless you're part of their chosen ones. Unless you're part of their inner circles. Okay? So we're going to come together in our light, in our inner Christos, Christos avatar. That's a level of consciousness, Christos avatar. You awaken your Christos avatar, you awaken the Christos on the planet, and we're going to make our own timeline. We're going to make our own world. We're going to mold the world based on love, joy, bliss, grace, all those attitudes of mastery. This is what we're going to do together, homies. Bless all of you in your journey, your spiritual journey. Your journey, every single one of you who awaken, you're making it easier for others to awaken. Think about that one. Because we're all part of the collective. We're all part of the human race. And so all of our thoughts and deeds affect the collective. So if a whole bunch of us are bringing in Christ consciousness to the collective, if a whole bunch of us are talking about unity consciousness in the collective, well, that's going to have a positive effect on the collective. This is how consciousness works. This is how our DNA works. And so what you and actually also what your other incarnations are doing are affecting you. So you may even have to put boundaries on some of those. Maybe not all of your other incarnations are enlightened like you are becoming. Machiwa. I know I didn't get lit, but now it's too late to go another half hour. Yeah, Arias.com. That's Ashiana's official website. Well, I don't see anything wrong with pleasure. What's wrong with pleasure? Two beautifully awakened people can have orgasm together. That's wonderful. There's actually something called sacred sexuality in these teachings. Ashiana made a whole workshop on it. And so I haven't taught that. I haven't gotten into that. I've been fine being single and alone, but you can learn sacred sexuality, and there's nothing wrong with pleasure, just to answer your question. I would say there's all kinds of distortions in the world, so you're going to have sexual distortions as well out there. You're going to have perversions out there, that which is coming from the distortions in sex. Lisa Renee is one of the best sources for that. Let me look at the Sexual Misery Program. Sexual Misery Program. Lisa Renee. Energetic Synthesis or Ascension Glossary. The Sexual Misery Program is to intentionally reverse, distort, manipulate, and abuse the sexual energies. And there's a lot of that going on. I mean, when we get kids involved and we got sex slavery going on, there's some serious sexual misery going on. Therefore, abuse the spiritual energies and human beings incarnated on this planet. It is intended to create sexual predators and sexual deviants in the human race. Mostly people that have addiction issues that are easily harvested in reversal networks for their sexual energy. See golems. Wow. She also talks about the moon chains, the lunar forces, the Niberian intervention. Remember, they're in our backyard. The archontic deception strategy. They use sexual misery as a strategy. And the golems were created to collect the energy in people or at the NRG center tributaries of collecting energy for the planet. I know that has to do with Saturn, and there's sexual abuse of children. She has a whole chapter on that. Sexual energies can be stolen and used by the black magician or the sexual predator as a reward system to carry out addiction behaviors. Vaginal and anal rape can yield soul energies that are siphoned and bound to the human or demonic entity that was committed. See, I can go on, but you can look it up on your own, but this is definitely, if there's sacred sex, there's distorted sex. There's sexual misery. It's a powerful weapon, actually. Machiwa. I don't know who Gary Tard is. I have no idea. I just explained it to you. Ask Gary Tard if he's ever read or if he's learned the sacred sexuality. So Gary Tard can say whatever he wants. Now let me pull this up. MCO videos. Sacred sexuality, dude. She had 3 workshops in Denver, in Phoenix, and in Virginia Beach. Sacred Sexuality and the Art of Divine Relationship, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. So I would disagree. We can peacefully agree to disagree. Ratava, thank you, Holy One. Oh yeah, that's one of the distortions Mr. Mandism is talking about. There's there's so much distortions in sex. Think about it. Okay, but people call it a preference. When you don't realize it's a huge demonic force. Sexual misery program. You better believe they're going to distort sex in porn or your personal life or whatever. You better believe there's all kinds of freaking distortions that are bringing that, loosen that energy, vatos. So all kinds of people are into profanities and perversions, and that's their choice with their free will. We're not talking about, being all little goody two-shoes. Okay, we're talking about from an energy point of view, from a frequency point of view, a high vibe or low vibe point of view. Not a guilty sinner thing. Just saying. Galactic Guardians, you came to the end, Holy One. We're actually going to be ending this live soon. Yeah, it's already that time, you guys, actually. But yeah, you guys, we talked pretty much in depth about some of the aliens and showed you a lot of pictures. If you missed that, you go back to the earlier. I showed you a bunch of pictures, and we actually talked about some of the guardian races that started it all. Are aliens real? Yes, aliens are real. They're very real. You are an alien. Humans didn't originate on Earth. We traveled here. We came here. We're extraterrestrials ourselves. Earth is not our home world. Our home world is called Tara. We came from Tara. We're from Tara. We're Tarans. We made a stint here on Earth for a few million years. 25 million years. But we're not. This isn't where we started, and so we fell from the Tara, from the 5th dimension. It's part of the Voyager's introduction. Actually, Voyager's 2, where they talk about the Earth seeds, why we have Earth seeds and star seeds, and what we're actually doing with our hybridization. We're trying to make a super hybrid alien race. That's what humans are. We're a super hybrid alien race. That means we're made of more than one ETs. We're made of 5 different starseed alien races and 7 Earthseed races. The Earthseeds were created on Earth. The starseeds are coming from other planets, other races. And so you put all of those 12 tribes, that's what the true term means. They're extraterrestrial, not the Israel tribes. This is the 12 starseed extraterrestrial Earthseed, Starseed tribes. It's our heritage, homies. It's who we are. As a matter of fact, if you are right now living, breathing on Earth in the 3D, you got your second strand from the Lemurians. You got your third strand from the Atlanteans. You got your first strand from the Pleiadians and the Hyperboreans. We're hybrid. We're not just ETs, we're hybrid ETs. And eventually, if they ever finish this project on Earth, we will be made of 12 different races in one body. In one, that's you would say, not just the DNA, but the consciousness of 12 different races. And since the Lemurian is the second strand, that's the sacral chakra, your emotional body. Well, your emotions are coming from the Lemurian, so to speak. Your ego is coming from the Atlanteans. The Aryans are supposed to bring us the astral consciousness. So bless all of you in tonight's live. Let me push refresh here. It's that time, you guys. 111 viewers. That's a good way to end it, right? Thank you for hanging with us. And I want to apologize about the trolls, but we actively, proactively resolve that. It will show up on the chat because we're being attacked, but now we have a very good... Let me remove that block right now. Wait. You go into settings, I go into customization, and slow mode is off. Slow mode is off. You guys can make more than one message at a time. So yeah. Oh, look, as soon as I turn it on, as soon as I turn it on, they start trolling. Okay. All right. Anyways, bless all of you. Thank you for being here. And come again. So I'll see you on the flip-flop. We always have interesting conversations. So, and we're teaching. Okay, we're bringing you this code. And you're learning about what these aliens really are. And I recommend that you guys actually learn these teachings. And it's not just meant to be a philosophy. You're actually meant to actually be practicing it regularly, right? So thank you guys for being part of this. And check out some of my other videos. I make videos every day except the weekends. I don't. But Monday through Friday, I'm coming out with new videos all the time. My channel is growing. I have 73,000 people on YouTube and 170,000 plus on Instagram. If you guys want to send me a message, send me a DM on Instagram or a Facebook message, or there's my email below. And you guys, please consider supporting this work. This is how I'm able to work 100 plus hours a week. $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever you feel called to. You can also make donations to my PayPal account. The link is below. Or you can buy some of the crystals and artwork on my Etsy shop below. I'm soon going to have an Amazon shop. I'm working on that. And so you can also become a member and join our Discord app. So if you guys want to become a member, you will get that right away. A link. If you can't find the link, just scroll down the membership area. And I thank all of you who are members, like Mr. Mendizum, Stardust Goddess, Indigo Wizard, Hugh Lays in the house, members. Thank you, all of you who are members. And thank you, moderators. Thank you, moderators, for watching our back, right? This is service, and their service was served well today. And just realize, you guys, these teachings are going to be attacked with hatred. And so we're going to stand in our light And we're going to bring this light to the world, and people can choose with their free will if they resonate with it. All right, you guys. Peace. Let's say our affirmations together. Right? I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am Christ star. I am Christ star. I am Christ star, which is your 12th dimensional Merkaba star, your 12th dimensional level of consciousness. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Which is part of the Song of Lyra, which is one of our affirmations from the Kathara Emerald Order teachings. Bless all of you. And I'll see you guys soon. Have lucid dreams. Love yourself. Love everyone in the world. Even love these trolls. Bless these trolls. Bless fallen angels and demons. Bless all beings. Send love to all the world. Send healing to all the world. And take care of your own spiritual affairs. Bless all of you. I'll see you soon. Good night. Namaste. Machiwa.